Travis Wayne Goodsell, I have got exclusive. Nobody is going to give you this information. You're going to have to wait for it. Most likely, this video is going to be posted tomorrow. I still have to assemble the pretty picture update. And 2 hours ago, I did my regular church news video without knowing. And the thumbnail picture. What does it take, Mormons? What does it take for you to finally realize the truth? What? Looking for prophets in all the wrong places. Looking for prophets in too many faces. Searching for truth, never finding it. What good is it all for? I did it again. But before we get to that, the exclusive information plus the news that I covered in advance before knowing it, because so that you know, the original title did not have the added part after the 3 exclamation points. I added that extra title because while waiting for the processing, I got an email from Idaho Chick informing me of the breaking news late. Thus, I went in before saving or posting it to add the title to the video. And so even though you're watching and it happened, I'm talking as if it didn't happen, because it didn't happen when I checked the church news. And yet, in the church news video, yeah, I called it. And what does it take, Mormons? What more proof does it take? All this week. What more does it take? I called out every single detail in Oakes's talk in the videos leading up to it. And I called it. And I called the new apostle. What more do you need? Because my decipherment of Paleo-Hebrew as a translator wasn't good enough for you all this decade. My ability as a seer for calling out Nelson's death, day, and minute wasn't good enough for you. All of the revelation days and hours of the latter days were not good enough for you. Having the keys of Moses isn't good enough for you. What does it take? The scriptures prophesied you'd be hard-hearted, but seriously? This is extreme. Dear God, what does it take? So, I'm going to go over the outline of the news. I'm not going to go into detail. And then we'll get right into it. Senator Lee pushed the Denial of Women Voting Act, which has passed through the House, and I think even I saw the Senate passed it. I'm not sure on that. It could have been, it most likely was the other bill that rejected Trump's tariffs thing. But at least this Denial of Women Voting in the Midterms Act has passed the House. And you need to know, in case you don't for some weird reason, Senator Lee is the third great-grandson of Mr. Snuff Raper of Women and Children, John D. Lee. So, speaking about snuff raping, the New Mexico Zorro Ranch is now concerned with dead bodies of the Epstein girls. The Canadian shooter is trans. The Ukrainian in the Olympics was denied participation because the IOC president said that we only allow Russia to politically compete, not Ukraine. Because that's what they did by denying him. It supports Russia. So as much as they're trying to claim that they don't want to be political, oops, you supported the politics of Russia, like Putin. But the Olympics has always been, this is the whole point of the Olympics, gathering the world governments. And thus, during years of evil people running government, there are protests of that government. And so, yeah, the one where Hitler announced the opening of the Olympics, which is on the movie Contact with Jodie Foster. That one, not the other one with Amy something. Both of them are good. I prefer Contact. But nonetheless. Minnesota has kicked out ICE. Another BYU study. Temple marriages strengthens communities. You know, regular marriage producing children doesn't strengthen communities. Cuba is out of oil. And the 2009 Clean Air Act thing, it's null and void. Trump canceled it. We're all going to die. There was a guy who did a YouTube video back in 2014 saying that if we keep up the rate, which we didn't, we would see extreme effects starting in 2020, 2021. And now Trump is reversing those to resume the destruction of the world, not just the mass murders of humans. So yeah, he has failed for 2025, so he's still trying. He's being exposed in the Epstein files over 1 million times. It's now the Trump Epstein files. And they're all trying to cover up the connection to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who are in the Epstein files, not just Mormons. All right. What does it take, Mormons? Again, let's go over scientific theory for you. We'll use the New Restored Hotness Gospel Version, because you ain't going to believe the old and busted version, even though it's exactly the same words. 3 Nephi chapter 14, starting in verse 15. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. This is Captain Obvious stuff. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, though Oakes's great-granddaughter is causing me to doubt this. Neither a corrupt tree bringeth forth good fruit. I'm doubting this. She seems pretty good to me. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. And so Armageddon is alluded to with every tree that bringeth forth not good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Even though that's what you're supposed to do with the corrupt fruit, because you don't want those seeds getting replanted because it's wasting your time. You burn it so that its ash gets put into the soil to strengthen the soil for the good crop the next time around. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. Real simple, it's the basis of all faith for religion, any and all religions. And it's amazing, it's the Jews, not Christians. A Jewish author using the scientific method to explain the basic doctrine of faith. Mormons knew it all the time. As Christians complain, Mormons believe in faith without works is dead. Whereas Christians believe that faith without works is God's grace. They've got the scriptures and they do not understand them. So, like I said, what more do you need from me, Mormons? Oakes doesn't produce any fruit of seer, prophet, revelator, and he doesn't even claim the mantle title of translator. And you can't apply this to Oakes to go, oh crap, he's a false prophet. His own words says he's a false prophet. The official statement of the church says that all of them are false prophets, which means Gilbert is a false prophet. And he just barely got announced. No fruit. Automatically wrong. Bad. Corrupt. Do you really not understand this? Do you really not believe it? What more do you need? You're getting robbed, abused, and set up to be murdered. Let's go to that prophecy. I'm willing to bet nobody knows it. At least off the top of their head. If I were to read it to you, maybe you go, oh yeah, I remember that. Jeremiah chapter 23. Woe be unto the pastors who destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastor. Is he talking about actual sheep and shepherds? You know, like planting seeds and producing fruit. Saith the Lord. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel. Who are the house of Israel, Mormons? Against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock. but they say they're gathered if they join the church, and driven them away. Yeah, well, we just scatter the flock around the world, and then they build up their fencing where they are. And they send the money of tithing back to the headquarters, where the shepherd is. Really? Really? And have not visited them. Oaks? Didn't even visit your great-granddaughter? Behold, I will visit you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord. And he's going to explain what that visiting will be. I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whither you have driven them, and will bring them again to Zion, in case you can't catch on to the parable. The New Jerusalem. And where is it going to be, Mormons? In Jerusalem? No. America. Don't even get me started on where, because you're going to get it wrong. I'm going to scream because you didn't bother to go to my video channel and click on popular and go, oh crap, he was right the whole time. Even though I was wrong about the location. I didn't know about the Joseph Smith papers yet. 19 July 1840. Oh, right, there it is. Oh look, signs in the heavens, pointing us right where it would be for X marks the spot. There was a woman who caught on to that. I wonder what happened to her. Probably dead. A long time ago. Before creeping death of the Exodus year that was only a test run. So who has the keys of gathering, Mormons? The president of the church is supposed to have the keys of the gathering. Section 107, verse 91. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've had to repeat that. It is basic priesthood knowledge for the organizational structure. And yet you all believe it's the keys of Peter, because you were lied to. It's the keys of Moses, the Jewish Christ, whom Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon both say, yep, yours. And so, verse 5. Behold, the days come. This is a future prediction, in case you didn't know. Saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. I did the pretty picture of the scales of judgment for Oakes' talk day, showing you the Star of David and that of Emmanuel. In his days, Judah shall be saved. Did Jesus save the Jews? He exterminated them and destroyed the temple. And then Christians blame the Jews for murdering him. And Israel shall dwell safely. And this is the name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our Zadok. It's actually King Zadok, with the N as the suffix determinative. Oh, right. I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew, didn't I? Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Who brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt? Who's therefore the Lord? Moses. Charlton Heston. Or Christian Bale? Was that the guy who was in Exodus, Gods and Kings? Was he the Moses for that one? I only saw it once, and it was a long time ago. But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel. Who are they, Mormons? Out of the north country, and from all countries whither I have driven them. So yeah, stay where they are. They shall dwell in New Jerusalem. Dear God, Mormons. All you had to do was run the test on me. Couldn't do it, could you? Simple thing, the basic core doctrine, and you couldn't do it. And so you hate me, you despise me, you don't want to activate me, except for Oakes's activation definition. You want to hurt me, destroy me, steal from me, ruin me, cyber terrorize me, this afternoon's video. Which, interesting timing, in that meeting they knew Gilbert was going to be chosen, and they purposely delayed announcing it until after they knew that I was going to be doing my church news video. And yet they were on the ball watching to cyber terrorize my second video right after their meeting. They know me. Oakes knows me. He knows my membership record, and thus he knows the exclusive information. Coming up, I'm making you wait for it, because you didn't believe. I'm concerned I may have given him that droopy left eye. Sorry, Clark. I didn't know my own strength back then. I'm leaking information, aren't I? So, Clark G. Gilbert was sustained as a General Authority 70 of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints on April 3rd, 2021. And he was terrorizing BYU. Peggy Fletcher Stack did a whole video article on his terror at BYU. Spying and falsely accusing all the professors of being disloyal, terrorizing them, forcing them to outwardly profess extremist loyalty to the church. Because if you didn't satisfy him with your answers, you were in jeopardy of your job and thus your membership. That was the fear he caused at BYU. That's why Oakes loves him so much. He was activating BYU professors. So, his service. Commissioner of the church education system, where he was terrorizing BYU. Served in a number of church callings, including full-time missionary in Japan, Kobe mission, which is interesting because my dad served in Japan for his mission. Oops, another leak. And so yes, they split it for when Gilbert went. Just like my mission, the New York mission, had just split off from New Jersey. And after I finished, it then got the Bronx branch got split into two, and then not too many years later, it got split into the North and South New York missions. Elders Quorum president, counselor in the stake presidency, and bishop. I got a long list of church callings. I held upwards of 7 in West Valley City at one time. Professional life. Received a bachelor's degree from BYU, a master's degree from Stanford, a doctorate from Harvard. It's Harvard Business College, according to his Wikipedia page, which we'll go to next, I think. Unless, well, this covers the same similar information. Maybe we don't need to. But yeah, it goes into greater detail of who he was involved with at Harvard Business College University. He was later the chief executive officer of the Deseret News and Deseret Digital Media. 2015, he became president of BYU Idaho, was subsequently appointed as the inaugural president of BYU Pathways, and personal life. Here comes the exclusive information. And we're not even 30 minutes yet. Maybe I can get this saved and up today, even though it might be late. We'll see. Gotta stop tangenting. Because there's some childhood stories coming up. Oops, I leaked again. Personal life. Born. Here it is. Oakland, California. June 18th, 1970. Yeah, born in Berkeley, Alameda County, California. We lived in Oakland. So we went to church with the Gilberts, because there were not that many Mormons there. This was back in the 70s. And so, yeah. Wilford Griggs, if there's anybody out there who knows that name. No? He also was out there attending Berkeley with my dad. That's why my dad was out there. He apparently was born in Oakland, not in Berkeley, by the school, university, while all them hippies were protesting the war in their sandals. My dad wore sandals too, but he was on the other side of campus from where the gassing was being performed on the protesters. If anybody knows about that in those days. Summer of 69 and into 70. And yeah, the Zodiac Killer, he also started in San Francisco area. And so watching that movie, I'm going, wait a minute. So my mom, pregnant with me, Huh. Interesting. Lots of people were trying to murder me before I was born, and then after I was born. Interesting. In case you don't know, that's the prophecies. The most famous of which, well, you guys know the Pharaoh and Herod wanting to murder babies. Yeah, no. So Trump doing it. No, whatever, Trump. It was Nixon, not you. Nixon. But for those of you who have advanced knowledge on the subject matter, Elijah and Lilith. That one. That's why I clear my throat all the time. It's because a babysitter tried to assassinate me. Lilith. And my parents say it was cigarettes, but it's Berkeley in the 70s. My parents may not have known what other stuff was. Nonetheless, I still remember being young enough that I still was holding my mom's hand. And we were walking along the sidewalk, and so it was most likely Oakland. And because my arm was outstretched, and I was a tall, big kid as a baby, walking early, running at 7 months. And so it was most likely Oakland on the sidewalk going for our daily walk, when I saw a cigarette butt on the sidewalk. And I saw it and went down to pick it up. And my mom saw what I was going to do and yanked me away. No, don't touch it. It's bad. That's probably one of my earliest memories. I was there in Oakland. So, yep. And so, the Gilberts. April, May, June. 3 months later. He's 3 months younger than I am. And so 55 years old, and he's made an apostle. And he has no gifts and powers. And yet, despite Mr. Glass, the unbreakable was right there in the same city. Miss you, Bruce. So it's not just my brother who's Mr. Glass. They play many roles. And so, yeah, I noticed this pattern with my first marriage, is that single people cling together, engaged people cling together, newly married cling together, and new families cling together. And when it's a rare Mormon population, yeah, they all know each other. And there we were, the Gilberts and the Goodsells, in the Oakland ward for church, as their new baby, and my parents with me at 3 months, already walking, talking. And we stayed until after my brother was born, while Dad finished Berkeley, and then the Ford Motor Company had their little incident that was exposed by the reporter And that opened up the job that my dad, perfect timing with graduating and going off to Michigan for us. So that's when we left the Griggses and the Gilberts to go on our merry way and to fulfill further prophecies that I would never know about until finally I ran that test and went, oh crap. But Mormons aren't going to believe me. They're waiting for Jesus. So, yeah. And Oakes knows this because he knows our membership records. I am a major thorn in the side of Oakes, especially after this week. He knows. Don't think he doesn't know. I called this. And he's going to play dumb on this? Cook? Cook? Are you seriously going to play dumb on this? Are you going to confess that you forgot to tell Oakes? That was your one job, replacing Christofferson. You're going to tell me you failed, huh? Despite the cyber terrorism after the meeting today. God. And so, yeah, he even married later than I did. 2 years later, dude. I'm more faithful than you are. In case you hadn't caught on to Oakes' pressure on singles. So, yeah, there you have it. There's the exclusive information for you. But, I mean, seriously, Mormons, what does it take? How much more? Because I got 10.1K videos proving myself. And a whole bunch of stories of other exclusive information that only I would know about that I still share with you. So that you may know. So that those who believe may know and get further confirmation. Because I have to fulfill every single prophecy on the date that they were fulfilled, to be fulfilled. Do you know how much pressure that is? Having to push my brother off the roof. Gnostic Gospels. So much pressure. So, yeah, tomorrow's Friday the 13th, unless it's today. But, dear God. Every single detail of Oakes' talk, and you still don't believe. Still running and hiding, huh? Alright, there are consequences for not listening to me. Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon warn you of them, not just the Bible. And other scriptures that were not included by Christians. Choose you this day, and you chose wrong. I have other pictures up. Okay, yeah, we're good.